Never goes smooth. Why doesn't it ever go smooth? God. Hi. Hopefully this shit's working. Let's see. Let's spy on ourselves. Do not autoplay anything. You motherfucker. I asked you specifically not to do that. Well, don't do that either. Oh my God. Is that... What? Why does it look like that? No, this is my intro screen. Don't do this to me. All right, let's see this at 1080p, 60 FPS. It looks okay. What the fuck? Hi, Perkabeth. I don't want to do this part. I want someone to sit me in front of a fucking computer and say, stream. And then I do it. And then I stop. And then everything else after that doesn't matter. It just, ugh. But then that would require me to, like, have a boss, which would be fine, but then I'd also have to pay said boss for telling me to stream, and maybe I could just be an adult and do it myself. But, like, also, fucking... Ugh. Oh, my bitrate is off the chizzo. Does not like this. All right, so here's the deal. As a quick explanation, this is largely going to be a test stream for a few things. We're also going to do some Elder Scrolls Skyrim. However, currently, yeah, see, the bitrate is great for YouTube. YouTube's loving this. Twitch, on the other hand, thinks it's too much. The item, I want someone to sit me in front of an oncoming train after tying me up so I could be rescued by a handsome superhero. But we don't always get... Well, you got to set that up, though. Like that, sorry, but that's on your end. I'm not going to say it's a skill issue, but, like, you got to Count of Monte Cristo that shit, where find someone that you want to rescue you. Set them up with the villain, right? And, like, here's the great part is that you don't even have to set yourself up as the damsel in distress. You can just be that. But it is important to establish an antagonistic relationship between the person who's going to tie you up on the train tracks and the person who's going to save you. I mean, you want to make sure this person is actually, like, the saving type and that they actually have the means to, because if the person is tying you to the tracks, they have to cut you off. If they've just tied you up and put you on the tracks, then it's going to be a lot easier to save you, right? But basically, you also need to make sure that the person who's going to save you is there and sees you at the time. I would also recommend greasing the palms of any train driver. One, so that they know that it's going to happen, so you're not, like, traumatizing some innocent train operator. But two, to make sure that they're not going to, like, come in at full speed to, like, take you out. Unless you, like, want to live for that kind of danger, which I understand. Possibility. Helping his chat get hit by trains since 2025. Actually, probably much earlier than that, but whatever. All right, I wonder if I can solve this bitrate issue right motherfucking now. Or if I'll have to restart the stream. That killer charm, how is that so wrong? All I got to know. Yeah, it looks like we're we're going to have to restart the stream. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to restart the stream. So I want you all to just hit refresh in 30 seconds, okay? What can I do? Just put on my best pair of shoes, 'cause, well, I'm me. Yeah, Audible. That was a request by me to the incredible Will Muzzy. And Will Muzzy is the one who did all of this art. In fact, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. Let's move that in front of our... that might be a problem for the QR code. So let's move that over. All right. How are we looking? Just quality-wise. Like, I know we're not doing much right now, but baseline. Because I set the bitrate down to 5,000. Because Twitch was telling me that it was 6,002, which is apparently too much. Okay, and then we're going to get... Okay, we're going to start VTube Studio without Steam, which seems to just always be the better option. No, it wasn't the Steam that was causing the problems. The one that was causing problems was like Satisfactory and stuff, right? I mean, I guess anything that I streamed was a problem. Yeah, shout out to Skyrim, or not Skyrim, fucking Jesus Christ. Micro Center for having a GPU trade-in program, because I would not have been able to afford that otherwise. Also, shout out to Micro Center for not having a bunch of jabronis who feel pressured to upsell me constantly. Like, that's so nice. I guess I should just boot up Satisfactory just to see. But I want to I don't want to have to change the... I don't know why I'm such a baby about changing the game in... Oh, God. All right. Also, I need to stop peeking my microphone. Listen, I know they said it's a part of the charm, but every time I hear it, I cringe. Well, hey, that looks pretty good. All right. The hell was I doing? Yeah, we're just gonna try. No. Do I monitor my audio? No. Like I keep an eye on the thing, but like as far as like a feedback, like an automatic feedback, no. That would be way too distracting. And I'm trying to be very careful about the things that I like add on to like my responsibilities for streaming, because there's like, we're going to hit a point where like my ADHD will not be able to keep up. So, update on the tooth surgery. Okay, when you said every time you hear it, I thought that's what you meant. No. As long as it's in real time, it's good. If you set your audio interfaces as the output device, you can get your computer sounds and real-time mic monitoring. I can't hear my own voice while talking. I can't do it. I gotta figure out a way to tune it so that it's good, which might involve just getting a new mic, because like I project. Actually, hold on. So technically, this is the distance that the mic is supposed to be now. This is where I usually have it, and I'm not sure if y'all can notice a difference. I have a Yeti Blue, like everybody else. There's a scene in not Saving Private Ryan, in Band of Brothers where they one of the guys lost his boots because he took them off to let them dry, and then they got blown up. And the medic comes up and is like, "Do you guys need anything?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, a pair of boots." He says, "What size?" And the guy says, "Size 9, just like everybody else." I don't know why I find that so funny, but all right, here we go. Let's put up status. Everyone, focus up. It's time. God damn it! There is one responsibility for chat, and that is to help me diagnose problems. Everything else is secondary. Oh, you also notice that I still haven't fixed the fucking bow tie thing, which is like, that has to happen today. Maple. See, I think that instead of having the bow time be on a cooldown, it's just every time that like y'all type bow time at the same time, another bow tie pops up somewhere, like on the screen. It just random. God, that would be funnier if it like was 100 people doing it at once, but that's for later. We'll figure something else out. Honestly, I think I want to do something with the meatball eyeball. Oh, come on, Satisfactory, come on. Don't be such a dickus. I want to do something with the meatball eyeballs where it like pops out or I throw it. Like the noodle grabs the eye and throws it at the screen. But I think just having them pop out like popcorn would be fucking hilarious. I think you just have people spam that. Stream preview. It's after dark. Streets are swimming with sharks. Okay, I'm looking at the stream preview now. Let's hop into the game. Move along. Oh, stream preview will always look good. Good to know. Sam, what the fuck would I have done without you? I'd be flailing right now. Like, just absolutely just fucked. I mean, unless y'all are seeing something different. Cow. Ooh. We've got definition. Apasta 11 to Houston. Sam Houston. We have definition. So a huge aspect of, I want you to be my friend. I don't know how, though. This looks fucking good. Like, hey, look at this. I promise we will. I promise we will. All right. That's done. I do really want to do some Skybrarian today. That's what we're going to do. Cross the path of a friend of mine. Okay. Do you have your tutorial world still? I don't. Or I do. Yes, I do. I do. Something's gone. Gone. You could be a woman. Or you could be a man. Wear the glove on the other hand.
Hi, Sam. Hi, everybody.
You could be twisted. Or you could be insane. Hi.
Wow.
Freshly formed from the Marmite, it's Cha.
Vegemite.
Here to Tim Tam Slam.
Marmite is British.
Oh, that's right, Vegemite, sorry. Sorry, I'm still like, I'm not sure if you missed the fuckfest, but it was there.
There was some shenanigans. Yeah, I was taking the dogs outside, and I've discovered that these headphones work all the way down the back of the garden. I could still hear you flailing around and going, "Man, I don't want to do this bit."
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. We really need to
noises.
check the grassy plains. There was no evidence of the giant square artifacts just now. Oh wait, sorry. You wanted me to go to the grassy plains? Because we gotta play Skyrim. It must be done.
Quiet. Jesus.
Good morning, everyone. Noodles would like to say something.
That was Grim started it. Someone's making a noise outside. Shut up.
Well, if Grim starts it, that means that it's a restart.
Yeah. But it also means that it's probably the person across the street going to work or something. Like, she's just hyped up because it's morning time and she wants to yell at things. But morning time means it's 5:30 a.m. on a Sunday, so please actually shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Sam, are you streaming soon? Also, okay, cool. I'll be sure to throw people over to you when I'm done here.
My woof woof brings on my mum to the yard. She's like, "Hey, shut the fuck up. It's night. Please shut the fuck up. I'll take you fuck back inside."
Nice. All right, so all right, here's the deal, Sam. I've had 300 milligrams of caffeine today. And that's probably going to be enough for 2 hours. Now, I have a pizza coming in 15 minutes. And so that amount of fuel might actually like raise my energy level a little bit. I do have another can of energy drink. How long did it take me to rig my model? A couple months. So here's the thing. I'm a new artist. I am new to any kind of rigging. Oh, y'all cannot see the game. Yeah, I'm new to any kind of like animation program. I am new to any kind of art program. I'm new to drawing. So like from the beginning of like drawing the pasta model itself, like the assets for the model and then rigging the model itself. Here's the thing though. If you're a type of person who can sit down and get work done, hold on. Todd Howard, I hate you so fucking much. Hey, Bren! You could rig a model as simple as mine in a day. And I'm not talking like 24 hours in a day. I'm talking like 8 or 9 hours. Later!
Hello, Bren. Good boy, Sam.
Yeah, have a good stream.
My dogs are yelling.
A constant status from Shuz Dogs.
Yelling.
Even Skyrim looks better. That's not possible. What do you got in here? Charcoal. Not what we want. God, that fucking emoji.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors?
No, I came here for all of this book! Look at all of these books! Yes! Okay. Motherfuckers. I love you all so much. Because I have apparently been streaming, like, through stained glass, and y'all have not said a fucking thing, which is great. I appreciate you because you're here for me and not for, like, the quality of the stream. I appreciate that. But also, fuck, guys. So when you lose a lot of weight, and you start to lose weight off of your face, people will tell you that, like, wow, you lost a lot of weight, especially off of your face. And I can't remember which comedian it was, but he was like, apparently I had a pancake on my face the whole time. Like, I just didn't know. And that's how it feels right now. It's just like, oh, you look great. Didn't before. No, why would you? That's because you're polite, decent human beings. And like, if you were trash people who were like, stream quality is not up to snuff, you wouldn't be in here. Okay. Let me get my Skyrim book. Anyways, yeah, sorry, to finish answering your question. Perkabeth, when you sit down to do a project, how long does it take you to finish that? If you're like me, where it takes multiple days to do something that might be a few hours, then it's going to take about a week. Realistically. For me, it took like a month or so. And I had help. I had help from Boots. And I did a lot of YouTube research. Mostly because I really wanted to fully understand it. But, yeah, why does this take so long to load? What is happening?
What's going on out there? Come on. Come here. You've just been out. Come on. Come here. First bucket.
Oversized guns? What are you talking about? Bren, what are you talking about? What's in the cupboard? What's in the cupboard, wizard? No books. Alright, so we need... I'm wondering if I read every book in my inventory. Space Marines 2? Ah, nice. Let me some Warhammer lore. Will I ever play any of the games? No. I'm the Baron Zaya, the real Baron Zaya. Yeah, so we need Songs of Return. Let's see if they have the real Baron Zaya. Mist of Shigarath. The Oblivion Crisis, which I think we read. Did we read the Oblivion Crisis? No, we haven't. The Ethereum Wars, Gods and Worship, Songs of the Return, Volume 2, which we've read. We need Volume 24. We've had these already. That's good. That's good to hear. Space Marines, Warhammer fun and good. Volume 7. Dude, you pieces of shit. Why does the Volume 24 of... I think I'm being trolled here. I think that the volumes of Songs of the Return, Volume 24 doesn't exist. Anyways, let's just start reading something. anything.
I wound up owning the second book in a series one time out of 5, purely because it was the only one the fucking library didn't have. Like, not at all. They just didn't have it. They had all of the others, and they just full on didn't have that one. And I was
God.
like, guys, you guys.
You've heard of the prank where like you release like 5 pigs inside of a school and then you label them 1 through 6.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's an author out there that's doing that. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 4, Volume 5.
Sons of bitches.
That would get you mad. Fucking nerd. All right. So I've got 8 minutes till my pizza's allegedly going to be here. Let's start the Oblivion Crisis. Now, I did just have my molars removed. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to talk straight, but hopefully it should be fine. My throat's been fine, so. You know what? I'm going to do this. Sorry, one more thing. God, I'm a fucking mess. So for those who don't know what's going on, what this is my Skybrarian run.
Skybrarian.
Of... my Skybrarian run of Skyrim, where we read every single book in Skyrim.
In the Skybrary.
In the Skybrary. Well, so the Skybrary is, in fact, the character we're playing. The Skybrarian, who is known as Fishbowl Two-Step, is...
How did that name... Where'd that name come from?
Hold on one second. My pizza might be here now. Hello?
Everyone, shut the fuck up. It's pizza time.
Okay, I'll be right out.
Bring me pizza.
Should I hold down the fort?
Okay.
And actually hold down the fort. Don't just talk about how you don't have anything to talk about. What am I paying you for?
Aspersions. Lies. I'm well entertaining. How's everyone doing? Oh. Oh yes, Douglas Adams' trilogy in 5 parts. Mind you, a lot of authors have done trilogies, air quotes, that have wound up in more than 3 parts. Like Earthsea. I'm sure there are others. Now I want pizza. I don't need it, I just want it. I wonder if it would be possible to send pasta a pizza that was just covered in that bow tie pasta and like sauce and cheese.
Is it all for show? In the golden hour.
Perkabeth, we're all living vicariously through your updates of the girl.
I'm back. Hi.
Hello, I've been plotting against you.
Cool. Bring it. See, you know I like that. You
Pretty
know
sure
I
most of the
love
chat's
that.
on my side. Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, I think I've challenged every single one of my friends to a duel in one way or another. So, like, y'all plotting against me is exactly what I've been going for. Hey, rules.
Rules.
We love rules. Rules are the best.
Steady on.
All right.
Gremlin, you've just been outside, and now you want to yell at things. I'll be right back. She might actually need to toilet or something.
Okay.
Just in case.
It's time for 450 milligrams of caffeine. Okay, I'm doing this. Okay, so this is our Skybrarian run, right? We're gonna read every book in Skyrim. The character that we're playing is Fishbowl Two-Step, and Fishbowl Two-Step is the well, it's not a reincarnation. It is the personification of a library somewhere in, not Skyrim, but like the general world of, what's the planet called that you're on? I don't know why I thought that song was gonna be 450 million. Ketamine? Wouldn't be very good for streaming. Tamriel. Yeah. The Tamrielist. So yeah, Tamriel. A wizard turned a library into an orc lady for horny wizard reasons. The library wasn't happy about this because it was super cool with being a library. Killed the wizard and then went on a journey to read every book there ever was. The name for the Fishbowl Two-Step is that the wizard, the first words that the library heard when it became personified was something that sounded very similar to Fishbowl Two-Step, but were actually arcane words, right, to actually cast the spell. It could also be that every time I need to come up with a fantasy name, it's two-syllable for my names. First name, last name, 1 2 1 2. Fishbowl Two-Step. Jimmy Big Wings. Kalila Caradoc does not count because that was more of a name that like I wasn't forced into, but I was limited to Desert's story building. And when Desert tells you, hey, this thing's going to be in my world, I need you to abide by these rules, you do that because you're in for a very good time. Two syllables is my... I get it. All right. Also, does my audio sound any better? Like, I'm actually sitting back from the mic and, like, not blowing it out. It does sound better? Cool. All right, well, then we're going to try this. True. It's very true. I'm trying to remember the name of my, like, wrestler barbarian character that had that. And it was, like, Bloodbath something something. Anyways. So, Fishbowl Two-Step is currently on their, like, second day, technically their first day, of... It was something along those lines. But, yeah, Fishbowl Two-Step is on their second day of reading every book in Skyrim before they move on to another city and begin to read the books there, of which there are 400. And when I mean that we're going to read them all, we're going to read them bloody all. I have a list here in front of me. I'm currently adding the Oblivion Crisis. I should really actually get like I should get the list off that I had off of Reddit, and like have check marks next to that so I can actually look these up. But this notebook's gonna do for now. So far we have been arrested for theft, had all of our books stolen from us, even though we technically stole those books, but it's complicated. This is a library. Books belong in the library. So every book that we quote-unquote steal isn't really stolen, is it? Anyways, so with that, let us begin at the turning of the Fourth Age. In the year 3E433, Uriel, the Emperor Uriel Septim VII was assassinated. 567, yeah, was assassinated, and the Amulet of Kings was destroyed. This set in motion a chain of events that would bring down an empire and change forever the relationships between man and the gods. The assassins first attacked the Emperor in the White Gold Tower, while the Blades held them back, and the Emperor made his way down to the dungeons, to a secret escape route built into one of the prison cells. For reasons known only to himself, the Emperor pardoned the fortunate prisoner in that cell. Some say the prisoner reminded him of a childhood friend. Others say it was a moment of prophecy. Whatever the case, the prisoner came to play a fateful role in the history of the Empire, and Tamriel, surely a sign that the gods themselves were at work. The pursuing assassins killed the Blades' bodyguards in a relentless series of sneak attacks. Eventually, they struck down the Emperor himself. Before he fell, Uriel Septim VII gave the Amulet of Kings to the prisoner, who somehow made it out of the Imperial sewers and into the light of day. The assassination is now known to have been the work of a group of Daedric cultists known as the Mythic Dawn. Those who still suspect the Dark Brotherhood should consider two facts. First, they would have only needed a single assassin, not an army of them. Second, the Dark Brotherhood would never be so foolish as to effectively declare war on the Empire and thus ensure their complete destruction. Witness the eventual fate of the Mythic Dawn. I'm starting to wonder if we read this or if I heard Gigi Murin read this. Fuck it. The Amulet of Kings.
I did read this one because I remember them talking about the prisoner, and I remember going, "That was me. I was the prisoner."
Oh shit. Okay, we did read this one. All right. Well, then I didn't put this on my list. Foolish me. Hey, Eepy boy, how you doing? Okay, well we did read this one then. Okay, fine. I think we also read Gods in Worship, right? Brother Hedgefield is an associate scribe at the... Yeah, we read this one too. Gods in Worship, Gods in Worship, Gods and... Sorry, let me... Obnoxious, EP, to be real with you. The start of the day was not the best. Doing all right, though. How about you? We're reading every book in Skyrim. Maybe. I might also, like, have fucked up and not written down all the books that I'd read already. Gods and worship. Yes. It is going to take forever, but we call that content, my friend. There are 400 books to be exact. Well, 406 books. And we are going through all of them. The premise of the Skyrim run is the main character is the embodiment of a library. Yep. I am the physical manifestation of a library that a bastard wizard changed into a orc lady. So here we do it.
Wizard did it.
You running a necro build? Very nice. I don't know what build I'm running yet. I'm told by the Australian in my head that I should do a arcane build of some kind.
I didn't say you should. I said I like.
It was implied that if I didn't, you would be upset with me.
I mean, it was implied that the things I like are the best because I'm the best and I like the best.
And I agree.
But you knew you.
There we go. But anyways, playing while watching. Oh, cool! Yeah, very cool. Yeah, do you have any particular goals with your necro build this run? Like, Because whenever I start like I'm not as much of a Skyrim player as I am like a Fallout player. Whenever I start a Fallout run, it's usually to like fix myself in alignment. Where like if I'm playing New Vegas, like I'll pick where like I'm siding with the NCR, or I'm siding with the Legion, or I'm siding with New Vegas, or like I'm just there to cause chaos. So yeah. Oh, Perkabeth, I want to hear about that D&D campaign. The end, when it came, was swift. In the span of 3 short years, the great dwarven cities of Skyrim, from Markarth to the Velothi Mountains, fell before the armies of the High Kings. Cities that had held fast against the Nords for over 100 years crumbled abruptly and without warning. For centuries, scholars have marveled at the sudden collapse of the Dwemer city-states. Even the Nords seem to have been taken by surprise, though their chroniclers were quick to ascribe their success to King Galir's inspired tactics and the blessings of Shor. I think that's supposed to be Shar, isn't it?
No,
Shor.
I think it's Shor.
Just leveling up to get the underneath mod to give me my quest. Gotcha. The undeath mod to give me my quest. Okay. I don't know what that mod is. My research suggests a much different cause, however. In the decades preceding their fall, the dwarven cities of Skyrim had been... Shut up. I can't help it. Whenever I'm in this accent, it has to be decades. It can't be decades.
No, I know, it's perfect. I love it.
Skyrim had been decimated by the internal disputes and infighting over a most surprising cause: autism. Ethereum. Modern scholars know autism is a rare luminescent blue crystal found in some Dwemer ruins. Most consider it a little more than a curiosity, as it has proven all but impossible to work with. While it has strong magical aura, it is alchemically inert, and no known process can enchant, smelt, mold, bind, or break it. To the dwarves, of course, such problems were merely a challenge. In the years following King Harold's reign, the Dwemer discovered a considerable source of Ethereum in their deepest delvings. An alliance of 4 cities led by... Okay, so ordinarily this is where I would do my like throat thing where I'd go like, but I can't do that right now or I will blow my mouth apart. Arkingthame, the Great Research Center in the southern... led by Arkingthame, the Great Research Center in the Southern Reach was formed to oversee its extraction process and study...
Arkingthams.
Yeah.
Arkingthams.
An alliance of 4 cities led by Arkingthame. Thams. Is that an E?
That's
What's
a Z.
an S? That's a Z? Arkanthams. Okay. Don't you bring that Z shit in here. This is an American stream. God damn it. We're not using the Z word. Was formed to oversee its extraction processing and study, and a new Ethereum forge constructed to smelt it under precisely controlled conditions. If the inscriptions I discovered are to be believed, the results were nothing short of spectacular. The items produced by the forge were artifacts of immense power, imbued from the moment of their creation with powerful enchantments. You use power... I think did you use powerful in the... Use power in the same... fuck it. The Dwarven Alliance shattered... The Dwarven Alliance shattered almost immediately, as the 4 city-states and their rivals attempted to claim the forge. We can only speculate that none were successful. Decades of conflict merely weakened them all, allowing for King Galir's subsequent conquests. And though the Dwemer reclaimed most of their lands a century later, there is no evidence that they ever resumed their research on Ethereum. Perhaps the cost had just been too great. But nothing like the Autism Forge described in the inscriptions has ever been found within the borders of Skyrim. It may have been destroyed long ago, by the Nord invaders or the Dwemers themselves. Or perhaps, like the secrets of autism itself, still remain to be discovered. It gives me a quest line and adds some dungeons for me to raid. Oh, nice. It is one of my favorites, Dear Maple. Okay, so we read Songs of the Return, Songs of Return. Did we read Rising Threat, Volume 4? Shit, I gotta steal this. It is vital that we do not get arrested and, like, permanently lose the books, because there's some books that I have, that are, editions that we need to read later.
Mm-hmm.
Did we read The Myths of Sheogorath?
I love Sheogorath. That's also me.
All right, so we're gonna read the Myths of Sheogorath.
Sheogorath, the god of the Daedric god of madness.
Madness. I'm going to eat some pizza first, though.
Ooh.
Actually, while I'm eating this pizza, do you want to take this?
If you like. Do you want to share your screen so I
No.
can see the page turns when they happen?
No.
Oh, nice. EP listening to a remix of Cretin by Richard Cheese.
Fuck yes. God, I love Richard
It's
Cheese.
a classic.
Smack My Bitch Up. That cover is one of my favorites. Do you see it, Chef?
Ease.
Then begin.
Sheogorath invents music. In the earliest of days, at a time when this is my storyteller voice. In the time when the world was still raw, Sheogorath decided to walk amongst the mortals. He donned his guise of gentleman with a cane, classic, and moved from place to place without being recognized. After 11 days and 11 nights, Sheogorath decided that life among mortals was even more boring than his otherworldly existence. Harsh but true. What could I do to make their lives more interesting, he said to himself. At that same moment, a young woman nearby commented wistfully to herself, "The sounds of the birds are so beautiful." Sheogorath silently agreed with her. Mortals could not make the beautiful and patient, inspired calls of birds. Their voices were wretched and mundane. He could not change the nature of mortals, for that was the purview of other Daedric princes. However, he could give them tools to make beautiful sounds. Sheogorath took hold of the petulant woman and ripped her asunder. From her tendons he made lutes. From her skull and arm bones he made a drum. From her bones he made flutes. He presented these gifts to the mortals, and thus music was born. Yay! Happy ending.
So, that's so much better than, like, Eve being made out of, like, a rib bone.
Yeah, instruments made from... The classic one, of course, is instruments made from bones that then tell of their horrible murder.
Mm-hmm.
when
Makes
played.
wonderful music.
That's always a good one. Sheogorath and King Leandir. King Leandir was known to be an exceedingly rational man. He lived in a palace that was a small, simple structure, unadorned with art and ugly to look upon. "I do not need more than this," he would say. "Why spend my gold on such luxuries when I can spend it on my armies or great public works?" His kingdom prospered under his sensible rule. However, these people did not always share the king's sense of practicality. They would build houses that were beautiful to look upon, although not necessarily very practical. They devoted time and energy to works of art. They would celebrate events with lavish festivals. In general, they were quite happy. Those idiots. King Leandir was disappointed that more of them did not follow his example and lead frugal, sensible lives. He brooded on this for many years. Finally, he invented Lutheranism. He decided that his subjects simply didn't understand how much more they could accomplish if they didn't waste time on those frivolous activities. Perhaps, he reasoned, they just needed more examples. The king decreed that all new buildings must be simple, unadorned, and no larger than was necessary for their function. The people were not happy about this, but they liked their king and respected the new law. In a few short years, there were more plain buildings than ornate ones. The citizens used the money saved to make and buy even more lavish art, and he'd hold even more excessive celebrations. Once again, King Leander decided to provide them with a strict example of how beneficial it would be to use their time and resources for practical purposes, so he outlawed dancing. And then Kevin Bacon, he banned all work of art in the city. The people were quite put out by this, but they knew their king was doing what he thought was best for them. However, human nature is not so easily denied. In a few more years, the city was filled with plain, simple buildings and devoid of any sort of art. However, the people now had even more time and money to devote to their parties and festivals. With a heavy heart, King Leander decided that his people were to be treated like children. And like all children, they needed rules and discipline laid down by great figures of authority to make them understand what was truly important in life. He decreed there should be no revelry in this. Oh, he really did ban dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Singing, dancing, and music were all banned. Even food and drink were limited to water and simple foodstuffs. The people had had enough. Revolt was out of the question since King Leander had a very well-trained and equipped army. They visited shrines and temples in droves, praying to all the gods, and even some of the Daedric princes, that King Leander would revoke these new oppressive laws. Sheogorath heard their pleas and decided to visit the king. He appeared to the king in his dreams as a field of flowers, each with arms instead of petals, and the face of the mad god in the center. Delightful. I am a lord of the creative and lord of the deranged. Since you have no use for my gift of creativity, I've decided to bless you with an abundance of my other gift. From that day forward, every child born into the city was born into madness. Since infants do not reveal illnesses of the mind, it was several years before this was realized. The king's own son was among the victims, suffering from seizures and delusions. Yet the king refused to change his ways. When his son Glint was 12 years old, he stabbed his father while Leander was sleeping. With his dying breath, King Leander asked, "Why?" His son replied, "It is the most practical thing I could do." The new young king ordered all the palace servants slaughtered. He ordered a grand festival. Why? To celebrate his new reign and the repeal of Leander's laws. He served the crowd a stew made from the carcasses of the pancake. Yep. Carcasses of the palace servants. Jesus. He ordered the east-facing walls of every building painted red, the west-facing walls painted in stripes. He decreed that all citizens wear ornate masks on the back of their heads. Then he burned down the palace and began construction on a new one. In the new palace, the young king ordered his personal chambers to not have any doors for fear that small woodland creatures would attack him. He ordered that it have no windows for fear that the sun and moon were jealous of him and plotting his death. And thus ended the line of King Leander. The city returned to their grand works of art and raucous celebrations. They talked and acted as if they still had a living king, and even kept up the palace, using it to house and care for their mad children. Sheogorath was mighty pleased with his outcome. From that day forward, the city was blessed with more than the normal number of gifted artists and deranged citizens.
Fuck yeah. That rules. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel bad for the servants, but also, like,
He needed a feast out of nowhere, so, like...
Yeah. When it's time to party, we party hard.
Yep. Oh, tea.
Do you want me to take it, or you want to go?
You go for a bit.
Okay. The Contest of Wills. A mighty wizard named Ravate once walked... God, Ravate is such a, like... I just pulled this name out of my ass for D&D.
Did you gonna try and convince people it's pronounced Ravate?
Ravate. Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Once walked the winds of time to find Lord Sheogorath. His intent was to win a favor from his most capricious of the Daedric princes. Upon finding Sheogorath, Rabbit spoke humbly to him. "Lord Sheogorath, I beg a favor of you. I would gladly drive 1,000 men mad in your name if you would but grant me the greater magical powers." Fortunately for Ravate, Sheogorath was in a playful mood. He proposed a game. "I will grant your wish, if you are still sane in 3 days. During that time, I will do my utmost to drive you mad. It should be a great fun." Ravate was not so certain that he liked this new deal. He had been really looking forward to driving 1,000 men mad. Lord
What about my
Sheogorath...
suggestion?
Lord Sheogorath, I regret having disturbed you with my shallow, selfish request, I withdraw my unfortunate plea and will humbly leave this place. Shigarath just laughed. Too late, my dear rabbit. Lenny Kravitz. The game is afoot, and you must play. Lenny Kravitz fled. Ah, wrong way. Only to find that all exits from the Daedric realm were now sealed. He wandered aimlessly, constantly looking over his shoulder, jumping at every noise. Each moment brought new terror as he waited for Shigarath to begin. I already know where this is going. After 3 days, Kravitz was convinced that every plant and animal was a tool of Shigarath. He hadn't eaten or drunk for fear that Shigarath had poisoned the food or drink. He hadn't slept for fear Shigarath invading his dreams, which was foolish, as dreams are like the domain of like Vermina.
A different
like,
one, yeah.
May she grant us
Yeah,
like restful
Vermina.
sleep. Like duh, dude, like fucking duh, dude. Like I know that you're like being driven mad right now, but like come on, it's like this is Vermina's whole thing. It was then that Shigarath appeared to him. Kravitz cried out, "Hey, you've set the whole world to watch me! Every creature, every plant are doing your bid to drop it, man!" Shigarath replied, "Actually, I've done nothing. You've driven yourself mad with your fears. Your delusions prove that you are truly deranged, and therefore, I win. While you wanted to make 1,000 men mad, I only wanted to break one man's mind. Yours." From that day forward, Kravitz served Shigarath's every whim. Whenever daring travelers tried to approach Shigarath, Kravitz warned them, "Shigarath is already inside each of us. You've already lost." Alright, that one's down.
Sometimes the Shigarath you were looking for was in your own backyard all along.
Rising Threat. We're not going to read that one yet because it's volume 3. We must steal this and read it later. So I can't tell y'all, like, it's imperative. If I have to shoot my way out of a prison to get my books back if I get arrested again, I'm going to do that. Just so everyone knows. All right, have we read Lost Legends? I don't believe we have. The Talsgar, the Elder Archivist of Winterhold, Lost Legends of Skyrim. Where'd the fucking music go? Music! No, goddamn, not my clap. Ah, fuck. Sometimes when you have a clap on light, it's a thing. If you're just reading books, why would you get arrested? Stealing or trespassing. So yeah, so it happened, I was at an inn last time we were streaming. I stayed past the time and forgot that that was a thing in this game.
Yeah, and then they got real mad that you were creeping around their house after hours reading all their books.
And the problem is that we haven't spent any time, like, leveling. So eventually I'm going to have to get to the point where, like, I'm all-powerful and can just massacre a whole city. But for right now, we're reading all the books. Also, I think rather than, like, hit building to building, like I was going to, I think we hit, like, the landmarks of each city, but we also keep roaming around. Just to keep things fresh. And, like, I might actually play Skyrim a little bit. Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a little. Just for me, you know? Because I'm worth it.
It's a wacky idea, but that's so crazy it could just work.
Alright, what accent am I going to do for this one?
Yeah, as a treat, Perkabeth. Pastor can have a little Skyrim as a treat.
A little Skyrim. A little stab. Set someone a flame. The history of Skyrim is vast, predating even the most ancient records of man and Myr. Much has been lost, fallen to the ravages of war, or the turning of the ages. But nothing is ever truly forgotten. Where no records exist, legend and folk tales offer us a key to the past. A way to piece together... I'm losing this accent real hard. To piece together truths half remembered in the mind of men. For generations, the people of Morthal have told whispers tales of the Pale Lady, a ghostly woman who wanders the northern marshes, forever seeking her lost daughter. Some say she steals children, who wander astray. Others, that her sobbing wail strikes dead all those who hear it. But behind these tales may lie a kernel of truth and popcorn, for ancient records speak of Amriel, a mysterious figure Isgramor's heirs battled for decades, and finally sealed away. Reachmen tell the story of Phaolan, Red Eagle, an ancient king who rallied his people and drove back the armies of Cyrodiil with a flaming sword. Though accounts vary, they seem to be based on an underlying truth. The Imperial Chronicles of Empress Hestra mention a rebel leader of that era who was eventually cornered and slain in battle, at the cost of a full legion of men. But some tales prove harder to analyze. Among scholars, perhaps the best known is Forbidden Legend of the Archmage Galdur. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. In the dawning days of the First Era, the story goes, there lived a powerful wizard by the name of Galdur. Wise and just, he was well known in the courts of King Harold and the Jarls of Skyrim. Jarls.
God damn it.
I'm not pronouncing it fucking Jarls. They should have put a Y there if they wanted that. And his aid and counsel were sought by men and mer alike. And then he was murdered. The end. Some say one of his sons killed him. Others that King Harald, jealous of his power, gave the order. But Galdur's 3 sons fled into the night, pursued by a company of Harald's best warriors and the Lord Jurmund, the king's personal battle mage. A great chase ensued from the wilds of the Reach to the glacial north. One brother is said to have perished in the ruins of Fal Gunthur, at the foot of Solitude. The others were run to ground soon thereafter, and once it was done, King Harald ordered every record of their murders destroyed, and Galdur's name and deeds were struck from the rolls of history. Even today, few sources remain, and no bards will tell the tale. But perhaps the truth yet remains in some ancient ruin, waiting to be unearthed, for nothing is ever truly forgotten. Oh, what the fuck?
Just like it.
We got a mission.
Yeah, you get a quest about that. Quest to go find the ancient hidden shit. The voice towards the end there was going into a sort of, oh, what's that fucking show where the never happened? Nope.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that one.
We made it up.
Oop, hang on, go grab the dogs. Wait.
Pretty sure we didn't read the Arcturian Heresy. Let's see. Pardon me, y'all. The Arcturian Heresy by the Underking Izmir Kingmaker. You're the Underking, and you're a Kingmaker. Dope. I love the W in this with the fishies. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I should do a pasta version of that with the P being like...
Ooh,
Anyways.
illuminated. Yeah.
Yes. Is that where that word comes from?
I don't know, that's just what the illuminated manuscripts sort of thing.
Okay.
It's like,
Alright.
I think. Unless I'm making that up. If I'm making it up, chat, don't tell me.
If Chaz making it up, please let me know.
Yeah, do let us know.
With God destroyed, Wolfheart finds it's hard to keep his form. He staggered out of Red Mountain to the battlefield beyond. The world has shaken, and all of Morrowind is made of fire. A strong gale picks up and blows his asshole back to Skyrim. Wolfhearth adopts and is adopted by the Nords then. Izmir the Grey Wind, the Storm of Kine, but through Lorkhan he lost his national identity. All he wants the Nords for is to kill the Tribunal. He raises a storm, sends in his people, and is driven back by the Tribunal forces. The Dunmer are too strong now. Wolfhearth goes underground to wait and strengthen and reform his body anew. Oddly enough, it is Almalexia. Go fuck yourself. Almalexia, who disturbs his rest, summoning the Underking to fight.
That sounds like a hidden disability.
Oh fuck, man!
Almalexia.
I can't. I have Almalexia. I'm so sorry. Oh, you kids with your new made-up diseases.
God damn it.
It is Almalexia who disturbs his rest, summoning the Underking to fight alongside the Tribunal against Adasum Dir Kamal, the Akaviri demon. Wolfhearth disappears after Adasum is defeated. It does not return for 300 years. It is the rumbling of graybeards that wake him. Though the Empire has crumbled, there are rumors that a chosen one will come to restore it. This new emperor will defeat the elves and rule a united Tamriel. Naturally, Wolfhearth thinks he is the figure of prophecy. What an asshole! He goes directly to High Hrothgar to speak to the Greybeards. When they do, Izmir is blasted to ash again. He is not the chosen one. Could you imagine? It is a warrior youth from High Rock. As the Grey Winds goes to find this boy, he hears the Greybeard's warning.
Remember the color of betrayal, King Wolfhearth. The Western Reach was at war.
Oh, that was it. Sorry, no. Remember fuck you. The Western Reach was at war. Kublai Khan, the king of Falkreath in West Cyrodiil, born and raised, was in a bad situation.
Decreed.
To make any bid at unifying Colovian estates. But he needed to secure...
Kublai Khan and the Colovian estates.
Am I missing something?
I mean, it just sounds a lot like Colombian cocaine.
Well, I think Kublai Khan is like a name.
Yeah, I know. That was the Pleasure Dome thing that I referenced.
Gotcha, okay.
But I was just looking at this and going, wait a minute, is Pablo Escobar about to turn up in this story?
Let's find out. To make any bid to unify the Colombian estates, he needed to secure his southern border, where the Nords and Reachmen had been fighting for centuries. He allies with the DEA at the Battle of Old Roldan. Leading his forces was... I don't know any of his, like, sergeants.
Halty Cocaine Bear.
Halty... Yeah, Cocaine Bear. Halty was from the island kingdom of Alcair in High Rock and would become Tiber Septim, the first emperor of Tamriel. Halty was a shrewd tactician, and his small band of Colombian troops and Nord berserkers broke the Reachman line, forcing them back beyond the gates of Old Roldan. A siege seemed impossible, but with the power of cocaine, all things are possible. As Halty could expect no reinforcements from Falkreath, that night a storm came and crashed a biplane into the ground, scattering cocaine across the earth, and visited Halty's camp. It spoke with him in his tent. At dawn, Halty went up to the gates, and the storm followed. just above his head. Arrows could not penetrate the winds around him. He shouted down the walls. Old Rodan and his men poured in. After their victory, the Nords called Halte Talos, or Stormcrown. Cocaine, with his new invincible general, unifies West Cyrodiil under a year. In under a year, no one can stand before Halte's storms. The Underking knows that Halte is to become Emperor of Tamriel. He must first, if Halte is to become Emperor of Tamriel. So Halte, if he wants to do this, must first capture the East Heartland. Halte uses them both. He needs cocaine in the Columbian veins, where foreigners are mistrusted. It is obvious why he needs Izmir. They march on the east. The battle mages surrender before their armies, and they take the citadel. Before cocaine can be crowned, Halte secretly murders him and his loyalist contingent. These assassinations are blamed on the enemy of cocaine, which, for political reasons, are still the United States. That's it. I think that's the only person that has an issue with, like the massive cocaine trade. I think we leaned way too hard into the drug war. Zurin Octus, the Grand Battle Mage, not the Underking, then crowns Halte as Tabus Septim, new Emperor of all Cyrodiil, after he captures the Imperial throne. Septim finds the initial administration of a fully united Cyrodiil a time-consuming task. He sends the Underking to deal with the Imperial expansion into the Skyrim and High Rock. Izmir, mindful that it might seem as if Tabus Septim is in two places at once, works behind the scenes. This period of level-headed statesmanship and diplomacy, this sudden silence, heretofore unknown in the roaring tales of Talosian conquest, are explained away later. The assassination story is embroidered. Now it is popularly Talos' own throat that was cut. How long is this fucking book? Jesus Christ. Hold on. The human kingdoms are all conquered. Even Hammerfell, whose capture was figured to be an arduous task. The Underking wants a complete invasion, a chance to battle their foreign wind spirits himself. But Tabus Septim refutes him. He has already made a better plan, one that will seem to legitimize his rule. Cyrodiil supports the losing side of a civil war and are invited in. Finally, the Empire can turn its eyes onto the elves. The Underking continues to press on Tabus Septim. The need to conquer Morrowind. The Underking continues to press on Tabus Septim. The need to conquer Morrowind. Got it. The Emperor is not sure that is a wise idea. He has heard of the Tribunal's power. The Underking wants his vengeance, and reminds Tabus Septim that he is fated to conquer the elves, even the Tribunal. Octus advises him against the move, but Septim covets the ebony in Morrowind, as he sorely needs a source for his piano and capital to rebuild Cyrodiil after 400 years of war. That was a piano joke, y'all. The Underking tells him that, with the Tribunal dead, Septim might steal the Tribunal's power and use it against the High Elves, certainly the oldest enemy of Lorkhan, predating even the Tribunal. Somerset Isle, fantastic DLC, is the farthest thing from Tabus Septim's mind. Even then, he was planning to send Zurin Octus to the King of Alinor to make peace. The Ebony needs to win out in the end. The Empire invades Morrowind, and the Tribunal give up. When certain conditions of the armistice include not only a policy of non-interference with the Tribunal, but also the Underking's eyes, a validation of their religious beliefs, Izmir is furious. He abandons the Empire completely. This was the betrayal the Greybeards spoke of. Also, he thinks, without the Underking's power, all ideas of conquering Tamriel vanish. Would have been nice, Septim thinks, but let's just worry about Cyrodiil and the human nations. Already there is a rebellion in Hammerfell. Pieces of Numidium trickle in. Pieces of Numidium trickle in, though. Taba Septim, always fascinated by the dwarves, has Zero and Octus research this grand artifact. In doing so, Octus stumbles upon some of the stories of the war at Red Mountain. He discovers the reason that the Numidium was made of some... The reason... Oh, fuck. Sorry, y'all. It's hard. He discovers the reason the Numidium was made and some of its potential. Most importantly, he learns the Underking's place in the war, but Zuran Octus was working from incomplete plans. He thinks it is the heart of Lorcan's body that is needed to power the Numidium. While Zuran Octus is raving about his discovery, the prophecy finally becomes clear to Taba Septim. This Numidium is what he needs to conquer the world. It is his destiny to have it. He contacts the Underking and says he was right all along. They should kill the Tribunal, and they need to get together and make a plan. While the Underking was away, he realized the true danger of Dagoth Ur. Something must to be done. Something must to be done. But he needs an army, and his old one's crap. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's available again. No, come on back. No, we need that old army. The trap is set. The Underking arrives and is ambushed by Imperial guards. As he takes them on, Xerus Octus uses a soul gem on him. With his last breath, the Underking's heart roars a hole through the Battle Mage's chest. In the end, everyone is dead. The Underking has reverted back to ash, and Taba Septim strolls in to take the soul gem. When the Elder Council arrives, he tells them about the second attempt on his life, this time by his trusted battle mage, Zuran Octus, who was attempting a coup. He has the dead gods celebrated as heroes, even the one who was blasted to ash. He warns Cyrodiil about the dangers within, but says he has a solution to the dangers without. The Mandeya. The Numidium, while not the god Taba Septim and the Dwemer hoped for, the Underking was not exactly Lorcan after all. It does the job. After its work on the Somerset Isles, a new threat appears. A rotten undead wizard who controls the skies. He blows the Numidium apart, but it pounds him into the ground with its last flailings, leaving only a black splotch. The Manteia falls into the sea, seemingly forever. Meanwhile, Taba Septim crowns himself the first emperor of Tamriel. He lives until he is 108. The richest man in history. All aspects of his early reign are rewritten. Still, there are some conflicting reports of what really happened. This is why there is such confusion over such questions as, why does Alcair claim to be the birthplace of Talos? While other sources claim he came from Atmora. Why does Taba Septim seem to be a different person after his first roaring conquests? Why does Taba Septim betray his battle mage? Is the Manteia the heart of the battle mage, or is the heart of Taba Septim? Fuck, I don't know. Taba Septim is succeeded by his grandson, Pelagius. Pelagius is just not of the same caliber. In truth, he's a little nervous. With all these provinces, then an advisor shows up. I was friends with your grandfather, the Underking says. He sent me to help you run the empire. Ooh! Don't trust him.
Dum dum dum.
Don't trust him. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Because I kind of want to go kill something now. I think we're gonna read Killing Before You're Killed. And then we're gonna go do some Skyrim-y stuff.
I might have to go have a little lie down.
Go for it.
We got D&D later on.
Go. You're
And I
good.
want to be awake for that. Good night. I love you all, chat. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Good
Bye,
night.
everybody.
Thank you. And so goes Cha. Our collective hallucination. Okay, Perkabeth. To answer the D&D question, it's going to be a sandbox-style game. There are a few cataclysms going on, which I was going to list, but it's too long to a message. That's fine. So the players can just do what they want and all kinds of... Nice! That's the cool thing with D&D campaigns is that, like, everyone kind of rants and raves about, like, oh, I don't want to railroad anyone, like, you know, but like you kind of do. Like, for example, let's say you have an encounter set up, and it's down a long hallway that splits left and right. Your encounter is to the right. Unless there's a very good reason why you can't just put it to the left, when your players choose, I'd go left, rather than to be like, oh, there's no encounter down there, you gotta go back. You just say, oh, hey, the encounter's here, because they're not gonna fucking know. So yeah, like an open world thing, you can basically do that where they're like, hey, we're going here. Cool, you meet this person. The trick becomes when you start really tying in your world and like making a massive amount of world building. Because like if certain people with certain ties to certain nations are in another nation for some reason, you have to come up for a reason for that, and it's just complicated. Anyways, this is Killing Before You're Killed by Eduardo Cordes. I have seen many battles. A man rush headlong into battle only to find their life cut short in an instant. I've been a trainer of the warrior arts for many spans, cut from the cloth of great lineages of knights, blades, and even a distant sellsword or two. It's with this knowledge that I'll try to pen a brief treatise on the subtle art of war. Not mage of fire, not archery or criminal throat slitting, but war. Man on man with nothing but a fine bit of steel between them. The first thing you'll need to learn is how to block. The best way not to get killed is to not let the other man hit you. Use a shield. Use it well. Now, you'll get tired from this. You may even get a little hurt. But a blocked blow is much better than a landed one. Over time, you'll get better, eventually shrugging off even the mightiest of hits. But beware your foes. If they are not base cur bandits, they will know how to counter you. They'll hit you with everything they've got in order to open you up, and keep on hitting. That's really bad advice for people who are in a sword fight. Like, you don't want to start swinging with as much weight as you can to knock a shield aside, and then just keep hitting. That's not how that works, and it's a great way to die. So watch these powerful attacks. While it's still better to absorb the impact with a quarter inch of steel, it's better to just try and step out of the way. That's also not true. Especially if someone's coming at you full speed. Like, if someone's coming at you with real strength with a sword, and you just step out of the way, you're kind of giving up a really good opportunity to, like, parry, as opposed to... Anyways. Remember, against spells your blocking is useless until you're trained. So get up on the mages quickly and let them eat steel. Deserves them right for using a witch weapon. Fair. You do want to go for the wizard first, right? Kill your cleric, kill the wizard. Everyone else will fall. You can also block without the shield as well. Just cross that blow with your sword, though this isn't nearly as effective. Yeah, okay. And if you decide you're fancy and want to wield two blades, you can't block at all. Bullshit. You don't even try. Bullshit. Without both hands on the hilt, you just won't be able to strength to counter. That's such bullshit! That's not how that works! You can absolutely block and counter with one hand. What do you think they're doing with rapiers? Who wrote this? For those who don't know, I study historical European martial arts. We talk a lot about this stuff. There's so much, like, written stuff over hundreds of years. I'm talking, like, you know, we have records going back to, like, the 10th century to now for modern sword fighting. And this is all horrific advice. But with a weapon in each hand, you are much more likely to take your opponent down quickly. The best defense, some say. No. To wield the blade, there are some fundamentals. Quick strikes are always good, not true, but can be repelled. So watch your opponent's own defensive posture. Good advice. Wait for an opening, or create one. Also good advice. With their own heavy attacks, hammers hit hardest, but are slow. Not true. Same with maces and all blunt weaponry. Axes are a nice middle ground. While swords are the quickest, but won't stagger your opponent as efficiently with a hard hits. Keep an eye not to get too exhausted. Always try to save a little bit of your strength to counter blows. If you're using strength to counter blows, you don't know how to use a sword. Or even run. Keep moving during a fight. Never let yourself get cornered or surrounded. Pick your threats. Weak spellcasters that can hurt you are quick are the first things I fell. The shield is not only a defensive tool. Put your shoulder into it and bash your opponent. This sends them flying and opens them up for a quick counter-assault. Even better, put extra weight into it and power bash your opponent. If they're small, this will put them on their knees. Bigger opponents cannot be staggered by heavy attacks. Only the power bash will really knock them around, and you create openings for you to exploit. So again, block, counter, bash. Hit them when they're down. They'll show you no mercy, so why should you? Battle is about the offense, about catching your foe early and never relenting. Keep moving it, keep swinging. If you consider yourself overly powerful, pick up a two-handed weapon and see your foes fall before you like wheat stalks. They're slow and unwieldy. Not true, but they shatter bones and cleave flesh. Better than anything. Graves are filled with many a mediocre swordsman. If you don't have the stomach for war, try a monk's work. But if you do travel the path of the warrior, learn the basics and keep your head firmly planted on your shoulders, or someone is bound to lob it off. So I understand that this is like a treaty on like this is a tutorial for the game, right? Like the shield bash and all that stuff, but like, oh my god. For my own sanity, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to talk about this for just a second. I have fought people with two-handed weapons before, with a one-hander. Do they have the advantage? Yes, because they have leverage and they have reach, typically. Did they get me every single time? No. Could I not block or counter or parry their swings because they were too heavy? Also no. In fact, if someone like swings at you really hard and like beats your blade out of the way, with a one-handed sword, you are very quick to bring it back online. I actually deliberately leave my blade out so that people will hit it, so that I can just dip under their blade and stab them. There's so many counters to that. Two-handers are not unwieldy by any means. All weapons are dex weapons, except for the English longbow. The thing about hammers or axes being heavy and not quick is insanity. And that's not how you use a hammer at all. If you're swinging with all of your might with a hammer, you deserve to die. Straight up. That's just not how it's done. There's so many more things I could pick apart about this book, but we don't have time. I need to kill something. Why am I walking? There we go. All right. Investigate the Galder legend. Investigate the ruins of Akakalon. We'll talk about the fucking Jarl. Carl of Right-Run.
About Riverwood being in danger?
A dragon destroyed Helgen.
Owns the lumber.
Girder is afraid Riverwood is next.
Pillar of the community. Not prone to. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon?
Sorry, 1 second, y'all. Are there not? Is there seriously not subtitles? Oh, there better be. Save on travel, save. Dialogue subtitles, there we go.
This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Girder. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
Yes, I had a great view while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head. I was there, I saw the dragon burn Helgen to the ground. Let's be snarky.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
Can y'all hear the dialogue okay? I can turn up the game if I need to. The Imperials were about to execute Ulfric's Stormcloak, then the dragon attacked.
I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If
The
that
Jarl of
dragon is
Valkyrie
lurking in the
will
mountains...
view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not...
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people.
People.
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
I didn't ask.
It takes a while to make a dress, Dagny. You have to be patient. But I don't want
Jarl, you are fucking gangly.
Father promised.
You gangle.
All you ever do is...
The Jarl is...
But
as
God, you gotta
can
work on your
imagine,
forearms a little bit.
very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
Take your time, dude. There's dragons out there. We don't need to rush.
Farengar.
Come to
I
Dragon's
think I
Reach
found
to
someone
discuss
who
the
can help.
ongoing hostilities, like the rest
Dragon
of the Great
Project.
Warriors.
Go ahead and fill
Well,
her
if
in
you've
with
got
all
the
the
apples,
details.
You should. So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
I think I went there already.
Straight to the point, eh?
All right.
No need for
Where am I going
tedious
and what am I
hows and
fetching?
whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites.
Yeah, I've
Go
been
to
here
Bleak
before.
Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Oh, do you mean this old stone? Give the dragon stone to Farengar.
Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl
I'm going to
forced on.
stab you in the back for your disrespect. I got you the dragon stone. What's next?
That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim.
Man, when you're not useful anymore,
It seems this damnable conflict is claimed. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. A prospective
learn more about
student,
magic.
are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold.
Can't wait to be the Dean of Admissions.
If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue
Doesn't
my
Farengar
research, I
secret
don't
fire,
care
you
who gives
dork-ass
the
nerd?
orders. Now, I'm a busy man.
Can't even
and
afford
your
a belt.
pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon. How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If the dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
You don't have any anti-air? No Sams? Nothing? Hey, what's in this chest?
Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast
He was
in my
fucking
life.
with me, I swear.
I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already.
These are the
ordered
guardsmen
my
that put
men
me in
to muster
jail
in
like
the main
2
gate.
minutes earlier.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar.
For
As
Farengar.
a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
Yeah, who's gonna defend you and your
As you
mutton
command.
chops?
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Very soul of caution. Items. Sorry that we're doing all this boring fucking dragon stuff. We'll get back to reading soon, but you know, it is what it is. Can't be helped.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
Envy these nuts. What are you looking at?
I might just be a servant among lords, but
That's all you're ever gonna be, Gerda. That's all you're ever gonna be.
The guards in Dragon Street say you aided the yard.
Pretty
I
game.
thank you.
Pretty game. Hey, look, these are books that I stole earlier and then dropped. Hold on one second. The Book of the Daedra.
What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your
Letty?
children? Your
Eerie?
very
What do you
Eerie,
mean?
baby?
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
I don't know if I've ever seen historic armor where the one shoulder is more up like this than another, except on jousting armor. But I could be wrong. I do a lot of stuff about fighting combat, tactics, and I know a lot about weaponry, but the armor eludes me.
A dragon is attacking the Western Watchtower.
A dragon? We're in for it. What is it? Dragons?
Said a dragon. I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
It's really interesting that she says, you don't know what it wants or who sent it. Which is to imply that she knows that somebody sent it? Because that wouldn't be my first assumption. It's just, there's just a fuck-ass dragon here.
The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn right.
I'm gonna need
Let's
some...
move out.
I'm gonna need a whole lot... I'm gonna need a cartload of enthusiasm more than what y'all just provided me. The sample lady at Costco is shaking her head at how little you just gave me. Also, apparently I'm hungry. Fuck yeah, let's get Slizzard. Get fucked up. Oh, that was a mistake. I still, for some reason, cannot turn off the survival mode. Like, I've clicked it off, right? It's off. Wait a minute. Did that work? No, it didn't. Still didn't fucking work. Okay, so I am kind of completely opening up the floor for backseating only for like the meta aspect. I don't know how to I don't know how to do this properly. Like, I don't know how to build a character for spells and stuff, so if anybody's got any tips or anything, you are free to tell me. Just the magic aspect. No spoilers, no tips or tricks, just stick to the magic. Big moon. Do you think big moon or just close moon? No, you don't want the lady. By the way, my sister got me a Costco membership for Christmas, and I'm so fucking happy. I might actually just go there today just to, like, see what's there and get my official Costco membership card. I would love to do a merch collab with Kirkland. That'd be so fucking rad. I found the dragon! Yoink. I like that you don't collect the butterfly, you just collect the fucking wings. You just rip the wings off. Quick, behind this rock. It will never see us.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like...
How do I make myself warmer? Like, how do I fix this? This is annoying. Drinking that.
I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what to do.
Split up and look for clues, gang.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Shore's bones. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Find cover and make every arrow count.
Rah.
It's a dragon.
Jargon. Is the audio okay for everyone? My headphones seem to be... Hey, woos! The Skybrarian is doing a little bit of side work after reading so many books. Woos, we gotta have you on. I need everyone to know who you are. Ow! Yeah, not making me use healing magic, dick. At least I'm not cold anymore. Jump over the rock. Or don't. Ba-da-dum. 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 Okay, what do we got? Scroll of Fireball. So does using magic in this make you better at magic? I can't remember how it works. It's been so long since I played this. I guess that would make sense because if you like, the more you use a bow, I guess the more you use anything in this game. So I guess I answered my own question. Ooze, how's it going, buddy? Ooze, I'm devastated. Devastated. I found a CZ75P01. 400. That is half off. Half! I don't have the money for it. And these stupid teeth and this stupid graphics card. Ugh. It was more around 500, you know, but close enough. What is fucking up my stamina? System settings. I need someone to just occasionally type F5 into the chat so I remember to quick save. So we don't have to do that fucking run back again. Do them off. Yoink, yoink. Yoink. Here. I should gather some flowers while I wait for Savorius, and then we fight the dragon that probably die again. Thank you for immediately typing F5 after I've already saved. I fucking knew that was coming. Perfect. Oh, by the way, I saw the VTuber person at Micro Center again. I actually gave them my Twitch name, so
no signs of any dragon right now.
I would really love to just build a community. Like, just get a... I mean, I really do want to get that co-op going. 20% for 60 seconds.
Looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere.
Perkabeth, what'd I say about backseating?
We need to know what...
Can't do that. Mods! Mods! Also, whose fucking idea was it to have the right mouse do the left hand and the left hand do the... or left mouse... Don't time yourself out. Don't do it. Because then I have to remod you. Please don't.
Find cover and make every arrow count.
Tolo, save us! It's a dragon!
I appreciate your dedication, but yeah. Mermeliner. Dr. Mahambler. Dr. Abraham Mahambler. Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all tank that for a while my magic recharges, because I'm out. Medieval static shock, I missed this episode. Yep. Yep, I'm out of magicka, so I guess I just don't do anything. Can I eat anything to bring my magic back? Get more spell slots? 20 points of stamina, regenerates 25%. Nope. Yeah, just so you know, the more you die, the more stuff I get. If a few more of you could bite it so I could make rent this month, that'd be great. You need to get the fuck out there, champ. You gotta earn that paycheck. God! The next motherfucker who types F5, I swear to God. I know you motherfuckers are queuing that shit up. I know it's gonna happen. Don't you fucking do it. Fuck you, Ooze. I know. I'm bad at this game. I also hate this game. That's why I was reading books instead.
No, get back. It's still here.
F11.
Rocky and Thor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
A run for it.
Save us. Here he comes again.
Do you have any magic potions? Have any hot sauce?
Get him!
Wizards would carry like shields. Like if you need both hands, obviously you're not gonna be able to do that, but like what do you call a bunch of bees that stopped carrying? I don't know, what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not. I don't care how clever it is. You deserve it. Yeah. Did you see how quickly that dragon changed its mind on blasting the other guy? Take that, take. I'm just a poor wizard. I wasn't meant to fight dragons, I was meant to make them in an act of hubris. What if I did press that? And then deleted win 32. Stuff. is good. Take the meat, take the arrows. So I learned the history of a certain Skyrim mod that made like all other Skyrim mods possible, and its developers, where apparently the developer lost their fucking mind while developing this free mod. It was the unofficial Skyrim patch is what it's called, and it drove the man to madness, though I suspect he had some issues before anyways. What do you mean I'm drained? Ooh, just aggroed to me. What I do? Is everyone dead except me? Yeah. Nope. That's not true. I'm dead too. How do you beat this thing? Like, genuinely, I forgot because like I did sneak bow the majority of the time. Do I like actually need to like just pull out a bow and start shooting until come again? Just see that arrow just like flop? Magic. Sparks. Healing. Are they like resistant to flames? Because it doesn't really matter. Only when you do a damage. Hiding. Already dead. Ah! Please! I'm just a boy. Actually, I'm a lady. I'm an orc lady. Yeah, you're gonna have to get closer here, bud. I can't help you. Like, I remember beating this dragon multiple times. I've never tried magic. There we go. F5! You got on you. Give me your soul, you little bastard. Delicious. Word of power learned. Force. Unrelenting force. And then it's force. Unrelenting force. I don't need the mace no more. What else don't I need? That bullshit. That bullshit. That. Okay. Hey, you lived.
That was the... I'm taking command here for the moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
Right. So I know that I promised Sam that I would be up for several hours. That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna go talk to Captain WoW over here, and then I'm gonna call it because I have a massive migraine, and so like the good news with this tooth surgery is that I think once everything's fully healed, the migraines that I used to have are going to be somebody calling me on my Dovahkiin phone. Yeah, these migraines should be less common, if not like this type of migraine should be gone, which is nice. I have multiple kinds that are caused by multiple different things, but I think the cavity in the back that I had was causing some severe pain.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
Wait, hold on, that's a side quest. Let's grab that first.
We will be back. This is not
Yes?
over.
Who are you looking for?
A woman, a foreigner in these lands. She's
Scar.
likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city.
I'll find her and let her know that people are looking for her. That's what they wanted, right? Was to let her know that people were looking for her. And that they knew that she wasn't using, like, her real name. Right? My cat is staring daggers at me right now. I will pet you in a minute, buddy. We have to save first. We have to go talk to King Backflip.
Damn those great. Avelstein, Greymane, and I were best friends as
I
children.
do suspect that this is going to be one of those runs where once I get powerful enough to, like, wipe a city, that this is the first city I come back to.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
Shut up.
You
Shut
heard
up.
the
Who talked to you? Shut up.
What else? So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
I am, like, half burnt. Like, all my clothes are gone. I'm buck naked. Half burned. Like, yeah, dragon was there, but I killed the dragon. I think I deserve
There's
a reward.
no question about that. It was a mighty deed. You've earned a place of honor among the heroes of Whiterun. But there must be more to it than that. Did something strange happen when the dragon died?
Yeah, it sucked its soul. And maybe other things.
Dragonborn. What do you know about the Dragonborn?
When the dragon died, I absorbed some kind of power from it. That's just what the men called me.
Not just the men.
It's just what
The
your dad called me.
Greybeards seem to think the same thing.
The Greybeards?
Masters of the way of the voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world.
What do the Greybeards want with me?
Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum or shout.
Boom.
If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he
I like
was
the guy's
the
bracers.
Talos of Atmora.
Rungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she
I'm
may
sorry,
be,
Nord
I don't
nonsense.
see
Do you
any
know where you
signs of her
are,
being
you fucking
this
psychopath?
Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First
It's
Empire.
really, yeah, it's a buck wild thing to say in front of the
God.
king of the
Don't
Nords,
be
or
so
like
hard
the
on
king of
others.
this area or whatever.
I meant no disrespect, of course.
Yes, you did.
It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards.
I'm gonna read some books first. They can wait.
I envy you, you know? To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the
I wonder
Greybeards
how tall
even notice what's
Hrothgar
going
is,
on
like, to
down
get to.
here.
Because it's like 7,000 steps,
They
but, like, how many is that
haven't
in
seemed to care
feet?
before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory.
I'm trying to think of in Fallout New Vegas, like the moment that could even match this, and how late in the game you get it. Like, at what point does anyone look at you and go, "Holy shit, you're amazing. Here, take this massive responsibility for me."
Back to business, Proventus.
Like, I think Yes Man is probably the closest, where he's like, "Hey."
Yes, my lord.
He's like, "Hey, I need you to do," but like he's a yes man. Like, it's not some great honor. Also, no, you're dismissed.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Lead the way.
Lydia?
I'm right behind you.
Lydia. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Don't. I didn't invite you home. Go to your own home. They don't want you at all. If you go into my home, I'm going to assume that you are a trespasser. I have to kill Lydia later. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna go die now. Probably forever. That's not true. I'll be fine. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for joining me on this fantastic adventure. I think there are a couple of NCR soldiers who say something about it, but not quite until you've completed a quest for them and have good rep. Yeah, you gotta really build your rep. Like, you have to earn that shit for a couple of NCR soldiers to be like, "Hey, it's that fucking guy." Yeah. I will be on tomorrow as well. Not sure what time. Probably late, but I will definitely be on tomorrow. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.